In Local 5 politics, Democratic U.S. Senate candidate Finkenauer cannot appear on the primary ballot. A Polk County judge made that ruling earlier this week. It focused on 3 signatures on her nomination petition, which he says are not valid due to issues with how the date was written in. And now the Democrat is fighting that decision, making an appeal to the Iowa Supreme Court.
Local 5's Mary Sugden sat in on this hearing and joins us now in the studio with what arguments were made.
Attorneys on both sides argued their interpretation of the state statutes in place. Lawyers for Finkenauer say there's nothing on the books that says an error with a date on a signature disqualifies it. Meanwhile, the lawyer for the Republicans who challenged Finkenauer say this electoral process has requirements that cannot be ignored. So here's where things get tricky. One state statute outlines requirements for petition signatures. It says signers shall write the date of their signature. But another state statute lays out issues that would disqualify a signature. That list does not include date discrepancies.
They actually, went back even recently as the last couple of years and added more to that section, and they did not include date. The reality is, again, you can't just now pick and choose and make up things about what is exclusionary.
I can't think of another provision in Iowa law where a requirement is defined by statute, but then nothing happens if you fail to meet that requirement.
So now we're going to have to wait the decision of the Supreme Court, and the clock is ticking here. The Secretary of State's office says it needs a decision by Monday in order to make a federal deadline of getting ballots to Iowa residents overseas. In the studio, Mary Sugden, Local 5 News. We are Iowa.
Mary, thank you. Now, there are currently 2 Democrats appearing on the ballot for the June primary. Those are Mike Franken and Glenn Hurst. Franken is a retired admiral who's run for office before. Hurst is a doctor. Here are 3 things to know about upcoming election dates. Absentee ballot requests must be received by your county auditor on May 23rd by 5 p.m. Now, absentee ballots will be mailed out May 18th through May 23rd, and early voting begins May 18th at county auditor offices.